There we go. All right, here we go. So let's share my screen. So welcome. So today, today's about your mind and how your mind works and how it's connected to your results in your life. So your mind controls everything, and it is the most powerful thing ever. And so, but we're not taught how to use it. We're not taught much about it. So I'm going to start to share my screen here. That should be correct. There we go. Do you see that? If you can put it in the chat if you want. I just want to make sure.
Yes, all coming through.
Okay, very cool. Thank you.
You were sharing, but you're not now.
Oh, I'm not now?
Nope.
Oh. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Very cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, it's Steve Jobs. So I like to start with a quote. So for the past 33 years, he said, I have looked in the mirror every morning and asked myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I'm about to do today? And whenever the answer has been no, for too many days in a row, I know I need to change something. That is powerful. So what this is, this is about a lot of things, but it's all about your mind. Today I want you to start thinking, right? What happens is that once you're going to learn a lot today, but what will happen is your level of awareness will go up and you'll start to be open, more open. So have an open mind for what's possible for you. And you will see how it works to do it. All right. This is so. So what you want to do is that you want to start to think about your life, okay? And most people's lives we're extras in our own life. So the movie, okay, it says most people are extras in their own movie. The movie is your life, okay? So you're actually going to start, because you've probably already started, to create your movie, what you want. And the reason is because our life, which I'll explain, I'll have pictures for you, is the things that are in our subconscious mind were put there by other people. So whose life are you living? And are you the director? So you want to pay attention to that. Also, think about what you really, really want. Let me see. I have to set this up right. Thank you. Okay, so you want to start to really think about what you want, what you truly want. Okay, so if you take this quote that we just said, am I about to do today? If today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I'm about to do today? So that's important because we have infinite potential and we can do anything. Okay, so we are creative beings. We have the ability to do anything. We just don't know how. It's a level of awareness. And throughout this whole thing, throughout what I'm teaching you today, we're not taught these things. Most people are not taught this. I know I wasn't. I absolutely did not come from this world. And I thank God every day that I do have this information and that I can bring it to you. So we have infinite potential. Now, think about that, okay? So if you had infinite potential and nothing would get in your way and nothing, there were no barriers, no money issues, no, everything was at your available to you, what would you really want? Okay. It's like, yeah. So this is where we want to start to use our imagination. Okay. Now I've had clients, people that I've just talked to, and the first thing I would ask them is, well, what do you really want? You know, what do you really want? And this one lady started crying because no one had ever asked her that. No one has ever asked her that. I know for me, no one ever asked me that till later. Um, so you want to, so what controls us? Paradigms control us. Okay, so what controls what we do? Our paradigms. Now, what is a paradigm? Paradigm is a mental program that has almost exclusive control over our habitual behavior, and almost all of our behavior is habitual. Okay, so in that subconscious mind, and we all have this, we have paradigms, and paradigms are a multitude of habits. They're put there by other people that raised us, the environment that we were raised in, and all this information is going right into our subconscious mind. So paradigms shape our logic. Okay, some people will say, oh, that's just not logical. Well, what's logical to you may not be logical to me because it's all based on what's in our subconscious mind. Okay, what ideas were planted in there at a very early age. This is between the ages of 0 and 10. Our conscious mind is wide open and everything goes right into our subconscious mind. So the paradigm controls everything. It controls our logic. And you have to break through logic because logic is the ceiling. So, well, it's not logical. Well, you got to break through the logic because it's controlled by this paradigm. Your perception, how you view things, is controlled by the paradigm. It controls our time. Now, everybody gets the same amount of time. We all get the same 24 hours. It's what you do with it that's different. What you do with it's controlled by the paradigm and how effective you are. Your effectiveness is controlled by that, and your productivity. Now, get this. This is important. The ability to earn money is controlled by your paradigm. So we all have money paradigms. So that's a whole subject there. So your ability to earn money. So if you want your life different, you need to change the paradigm. So start thinking, what do I really want? What do I really want? I love that because what you do, and I'm going to show you in a second, how this works, is that, well, how do you know what you want? Like, how do you decide that, right? It's like, well, I don't know what I want. And a lot of people say that, well, I don't know what I want. Well, I think that you do. People do know what they want. It's just that you don't allow yourself to have what you want. So open your mind and allow yourself to have what you really want, not what you think you can get. See, this is what happens is that most people settle. I'm going to start talking about goals right now, but most people settle. They settle for what they think they can get and not what they really want. And that's why I asked, well, what do you really want? So there are 3 types of goals. Okay. There's the first type of goal is an A type goal, which is how to get it. So if you want a car and you already have a car and you say, well, I'm going to get a car, that's not a goal unless it's something that absolutely, like, you have no idea how you're going to get it. But that's not a goal. A B type goal is something you think you can get. Like you say, yeah, I think I can. Like people that want to drop 10 pounds or 5 pounds of weight, they say, yeah, I can do that if I do this, this, and this, right? Well, what happens is you stop and start it. So if it's a project or something, you stop, start. It's not inspiring. It's like it doesn't matter whether you do it or not. It's not inspiring, so it's not going to cause you to get up in the morning. It's like, yeah, oh, the B type. Well, I want to get out of debt and never want to. That should never be a goal because it'll just keep you in debt. But a C-type goal is what you want, okay? It's what you really want. It's going to cause you to stretch, okay? So you're going to say something you've never done before. It's something that's going to cause you to stretch, which brings out the infinite potential because it's never come out before, okay? And you don't know how you're going to get it, but you know you will get it and you know you want it. So this C-type goal scares you and excites you at the same time, okay? So think about something that you really want, something big, right? Yeah, I know for me, my goal, one of my big C goals is to compete in a master's bodybuilding competition, compete in a bodybuilding competition and place first place in the master's division. That is a stretch. Okay, I have not done that before. I've competed before, but I did not compete like this. So it's a whole different thing. So stretch. You want it to stretch. How do you decide what you want? Okay, so this is a lesson that you can start today if you write this down. How do you decide what you want? Well, you make a shopping list. You just go nuts. You use your imagination, open your mind to what you want. Now, this is your list. It's your goal. It's no one else's. Nobody else has to know, okay? So you just write a shopping list. I want to do this, this, this. I want to, I want to be fluent in 4 languages. I want to, I want to go on 10 cruises a year. I want to, whatever it is that you want to build, you can make it monetary. The thing about money goals is that what we do usually requires money. So when you have a C-type goal and you go after it, you go for that, your little goals will be accomplished. Okay, so you take the list, write down the shopping list, and then you take what the thing is that you want the most. What do you want? What do you really want the most? And you can have it for every area of your life too. To do this list: health, financial, relationships. So you want to think. This is about thinking. Allow yourself to have what you want. Okay, I'm going to get back into paradigms in a minute, but this is how the universe works. Okay, this is universal. And if you text me or email me, I'll send you the 7 major laws of the universe, like the law of vibration, the law of perpetual transmutation. So everything's energy in the world. Okay, in this world. Now, this is how your mind works, okay? So let these lines, they represent vibration, okay? We live on vibration. We live on frequencies, okay? The vibration, levels of vibration are referred to as frequencies. We live on frequencies. Now, there are trillions of frequencies playing right now, but we can't see them. But like the frequency right now, we're on the same frequency on this computer, on Zoom. You dialed into it. So when I dial, if I call you and I dial your number, I get you. I don't get my brother. I don't get anyone else. If I get my mother, that's pretty cool because she's dead. But anyway, the levels of vibration. We live on frequencies. We can't see it, but we do it. So there's things, movies playing, songs playing, all kinds of things, but we can't see it. That's how the universe works. So, and we think on frequencies, okay? We think on frequencies. So right now, we're thinking on the same frequency, okay? So start to think about what you want, right? So these white puffy clouds, these are your thoughts and your feelings right now, okay? This is your thoughts and feelings right now and your results, which is your life. Okay, so these are your thoughts, these are your feelings, these are your results, which is what's going on in your life right now. So up here, here's your C-type goal, okay, this star, this is it. Yep, this is it. This is whatever it is for you. Okay, so you're like, oh, I'm going after it. You make a decision. You're like, yeah, I'm out. I'm going on for it. And what happens is that you're thinking and feeling down here. Okay, your goal is up here. So as soon as you make a decision, this is what I want. This is what I'm going for. It's a committed decision. You automatically start to put yourself in the vibration of what you want. Okay, so we live on frequencies. Everything's a frequency. Now we have to dial into your goal. So the yellow clouds are the frequency of your goal. Okay, the thoughts and feelings. So, and I'll explain with the picture shortly. How that works. So since it's a law of vibration, everything vibrates, nothing rests, and energy just moves in and out of form. You can't kill it. You can't destroy energy. So if everything's a frequency, okay, well, not if, it is a frequency. Everything is on a frequency, vibrating on a frequency, thinking on a frequency. So as you need to dial into the frequency that of what it is that you want. That's like, so it's these concepts are simple. Concepts are simple, but it's not always easy to apply. But once you start to see, and I use these pictures because we think in pictures. Every thought is a picture. So this is why I wanted to show these slides, because these are pictures. These are the pictures of your mind, how it works. So, okay, so we want to get you onto the frequency of what you want. There was a gap there. So this guy, Buckminster Fuller, okay, he said, never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. So this is really cool because the existing model is the paradigm, okay? So that's who you are and what you are right now. Now, there are good things, but there are things that need to be changed in order to get to where you want to go. And today, hopefully, you're going to open your mind. It'll be like, well, what's your next level? So never change things by fighting the existing reality. So you don't fight what's going on in there, you just change it. But you don't like it, change it. Like, change it. It's like, so, and that's what I do, is I help you do that through a system. Okay, so this is what we call a stick person. Okay, so we use this everything Bob Proctor, and Bob Proctor is who I have been studied and mentored by. He passed away a year and a half ago. He was featured in the movie The Secret, and he is the best. He was the best human mind success teacher in the world. So, and I'm fortunate enough to be able to bring this information to you. Very, very few people have this information. Some people, they're called unconscious confidence. They just do it. They don't know why they do it. So now you're going to know how your mind works and why you do what you do and get the results that you get. All right, so this is a stick person. This is how a person, when you see someone, this is what you'll see now. The top circle is this is the body, okay? Top circle is the mind and the bottom circle is the body. So we're going to divide that in half, okay? We have the conscious mind and the subconscious mind in the body. So in your conscious mind, that's your thinking mind, and the subconscious mind is your emotional mind. That's why you'll hear me say it all the time. Obviously, pay attention to how you feel, because it's a feeling that makes stuff happen, okay? That's what makes it happen, the feeling. And that's what we were blessed with, emotions. I know I've been sober 22 years, clean and sober, drugs and alcohol. And I did that so I didn't feel, because I didn't like how I felt. I was not in control of my feelings, so I did drugs, and I wanted out. I wanted to just go away, right? So I did that for years and years and years. So that we were blessed with emotions, because emotions, we can now, when we learn how to think and use our mind, we can direct the emotions to what we want instead of what we don't want. Okay, so here we go. So the emotional mind. We choose our thoughts in our conscious mind. We can choose any thought we want. We can choose. That's a really cool thing. We can choose whatever we want. And when we choose our thoughts, the thoughts go into our subconscious mind, and the thoughts cause our feelings. Okay. So the thoughts cause the feeling, which is a vibration. Feeling is just a word that we gave for being aware, the conscious awareness of the vibration I'm on, which you would never say that to someone. So, how are you, Andy? It's like, well, I'm consciously aware of the vibration I'm on. Excuse me. All right. So we would never say that. But anyway, your thoughts cause your feelings, and your feelings, okay, go into your body, and that causes a vibration. So we're vibrating all the time. We're vibrating. It's just a matter of what level are you vibrating on, and your feelings are expressed in actions and what you do. Okay? And your actions produce the results, which is your life. So thoughts, feelings, and actions, okay, which is actually attitude. 3 things for attitude. So you want to pay attention to how you feel. Okay. So if you use an example here, if someone compliments you and you have a good feeling, you're like, yeah, thank you, you feel good. You give that to your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind causes a feeling. So you're feeling good. It's a good vibration, goes into your body and causes you to do something, causes you to call somebody or go act or go, do something positive, and then it gives you a positive result. Now, the same thing is true, okay? If you have your thoughts and your feelings, so someone tells you you're stupid, okay? They're like, oh, God, you are just so stupid. And you're like, yeah, subconsciously you're going, yeah, you're right, I am. So that goes into your body, your subconscious mind. It's a negative thought. It's a negative idea. It causes a negative vibration in your body and causes you to do something. Now, for me, it caused me to do drugs and drink because I didn't like the feeling. But no one ever told me this information. I came from an alcoholic family. So this was like rampant. So thoughts, feelings, and actions. Okay. So this is why it's really important to pay attention to how you feel. All right. Because we can change it. We can change so here is this is the stick person, and this is the law of cause and effect. Okay. So this is, you have your dreams in your conscious mind. You're going to have your picture. You're going to give it to your subconscious mind. It's going to go into your body as a vibration. So this is why images are like a vision board is so important, because you see it and you see the pictures. We think in pictures. So you see these pictures, you're like, yeah, that's what I'm going for. I'm getting it. It's going to show up, because the law of perpetual mutation says that, everything's energy. So the last stage of manifestation is the physical that shows up physically, whatever it is. That's the last stage. So you put your order in, you feel it, you put your order in with the spirit world, and by law, it has to show up somewhere, somehow. So that's where faith comes in. But as long as you're moving towards your goal and you're feeling it, somewhere it's going to show up. So you have faith in that. It's like, yeah, it's coming, it's on its way. I ordered it, and God's going to give you what you asked for. But you have to really want it. That's the whole thing. If you don't want it, you don't really want it, it's not going to happen. It's going to be really hard to get it. So your action creates a reaction, which is your results. Okay. When you change your thoughts and feelings and what you're doing, your results are going to change. Your conditions, circumstances, and environment will change. So action, reaction. So everything that we do and think causes a reaction, cause and effect. Okay, so you want to remember that. Cause and effect. We cause everything. Through our mind, it's just like, yeah, that's why a lot of times it's like, well, what's my responsibility in it? Well, okay. So usually the problem is our paradigm. The problem isn't what's going on around us. The problem's us. It's inside. It's an inside job. All right. So here's how it works. Okay, there is a power that moves to and through us. It makes us walk, it makes us talk, it makes us alive. We're born on the planet and we leave the planet. Okay, it's energy, you can't destroy it. So we have this energy, this creative power that flows to and through us. It's not positive or negative, it just is. Okay, we give it meaning. We can think anything we want. And once the idea is put in our subconscious mind, okay, it has to show up in physical form to and through you. So we're like this instrument of the mind. The body is just an instrument of the mind, and this power comes to and through us. And so we want to be open to that. And so this power, everybody gets the same power. It's the same power for everyone. The only difference are habits, is the paradigm. Okay. And when you change the paradigm, you change your life. But then you have to, and the whole process is, well, what do I need to change? And that's part of the habits. It's just like, start to think about the habits that you have that are taking you away from where you want to go. Now, I know I've got habits. I have a few habits that are taking me away from my goal, taking me away from what I really want. It's like, so being aware of that, then we can change it. Now, it's through the repetition of the idea, the new idea, over and over and over again, that changes the programming, okay, changes the paradigm. So that's like when we learned our names, okay? Someone said, okay, my parents, like, okay, your name is Andy. So if they just came to me and said, your name's Andy, and when I come back in a couple of days and I call you Andy, you'll respond, right? Well, it doesn't work that way. It's like you hear it over and over and over and over again. So there's two ways to do it. One's by the repetition, and the other one is through a traumatic experience. So if you get an accident or something, and it's usually negative, it happens, it'll change the paradigm right away. So this is the other thing about paradigms. So this is your life today. So attitude, I went over that before. Thoughts, feelings, and actions. Let me get into this part. Okay. The paradigm. Okay. Jumping around here. All right. Here's a slide I made for you. Is that this power that I just talked about? Okay. We give it meaning, we give it direction, and nobody else has that power. So our mind is the power that flows to us. You have your dream. This is what I want. This is my dream. I've always, these are your feelings. So your dream, you're going to feel it because you get emotionally involved in it. Okay. So you get pictures, you're like, yeah. You feel good, puts you on the vibration of what you want. It's like, yeah, okay. So this is what I want. So you get up earlier, or you're more organized, whatever the action is, it's going to cause a result. So your actions, the action, reaction, and it's a universal response. So this is an easier picture, I think. Well, just a different picture. We thought this circle, and that's how it works. It's pretty basic, simple. All right. So here's your mind, okay? Here's your mind and your body. We're going to pretend that we're computers, okay? I'm a computer, you're a computer now, and it was bought. And my computer was bought 61 years ago, okay? So 61 years ago, there were programs put in this computer, okay? So 61 years went by. So now there's all this virus code, the computer breaks down, it shuts off, it just, you have to reboot it all the time. It's not doing what I want it to do. It does a little bit, but not what I really want it to do. So what has to happen? So this computer program, 61 years old, has 61-year-old programs in it, okay? So we're 60 years old. So we uninstall the program that isn't working, and then we install the new program. So this is what this is about. So the programs are the paradigm. Okay, so we're just like a computer. You want something different? You want to print prettier pictures, and you got to get the new program to do that. So I know that I was raised in a very negative environment. It was an alcoholic environment. For me, there was a lot of abuse, not necessarily from my family. That was emotional abuse, but no physical abuse. Physical abuse from the outside world, broken bones, bloody nose, just not a good scene. And so this is my story, actually. So what happened was, so I went and I picked up drugs and alcohol to deal with all of this. And then I did get sober 22 years ago. Once I got sober, I watched the movie The Secret, which Bob Proctor was in. That's where I met my mentor, Bob Proctor. Then I started to study the material. I started to use the materials, and my life started to change. So I got certified and mentored by Bob. So I use these principles that I'm teaching today to achieve my goals. And one of them was to compete. And I always wanted to compete in bodybuilding as a child, but my programming wouldn't let me do it. My self-image, self-image is in the paradigm, wouldn't let me do it. So I would start, and then it was just, then I got fat, and then, so it never happened. And so then I decided to use these principles that I teach, and when you decide to do something, what you need comes to you as you need it. That's how it works. And so I decided to do this. I met the right people. I met a pro bodybuilder, actually at a Bob Proctor event I was working, and at age 55, I competed in my first bodybuilding competition, and I placed third in two categories, the 50 and above and the novice. So I did that. And then, so now I'm using the material to do the master's bodybuilding competition and to eliminate the diabetic condition I have. So to make it normal. So that's another goal. That's a big goal. So, and then here I'm helping people and I teach that. So that's my story here. So I went from a drug addict, alcoholic, drug addict, active, couldn't think, to a champion sober bodybuilder. And now I work with the Bob Proctor Gallagher Institute. So, and I don't say this to brag or to impress you. I say it to impress upon you that if I can do it, you can do it. Whatever it is that you want, you can have, because you have this information now. It's like, it's just, you have to just really want it. So, okay. So that's my story. Of course, there's more to it, but that's the gist of it. And so here we have the conscious mind and the subconscious mind in the body, and it's our thinking mind. We gather all of our information there. This is where our intellect is and our conscious mind. So here's the subconscious mind, emotional mind, all right? So we can choose anything. What are you choosing? We can accept or reject any idea, okay? We have the ability to do that. We are programmed to accept things we don't want, accept ideas that people say, it's programming. So we can originate our ideas. Now, whatever you accept and give to the subconscious mind, it has to take it. It accepts it. It can't take it. Can't reject it. We get this, okay? It can't determine the difference between which is real and which is imagined. So whatever it is you give it, it takes it. So if you're going to make something up, you better be good. That's what you want to do. You want to make up the stories that are going to serve you, the stories you want. And that's what's going to tell your subconscious mind how you want to be. Okay. Now, the self-image is part of the subconscious, of the paradigm. Okay. So we have physical senses. We see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. That's how we are programmed to gather all of our information. Okay, it's hardwired on our conscious mind like little antennae. We see, hear, smell, taste, and touch, and it's all dictated by the paradigm. Okay, how you're programmed. So what you see and what I see could be totally different. And we could be in the same situation, we'll be looking at the same picture, or looking at the same people, whatever it is, and we're going to see something different. The same thing with hearing. You could, well, I didn't hear that. You know, it's our perception. So there's a better way to influence our thinking. Okay, that's through our mental muscles. The first one's perception, will, imagination, intuition, memory, and reason. Okay, so perception's how you view things. The will is our ability to concentrate to the exclusion of all outside distractions. So it's focus, concentrated focus. Imagination, everybody has imagination. Everything had to be imagined first. Okay, somebody had to imagine a computer, somebody had to imagine a table, somebody had to imagine a chair. It all happens in the imagination first. And Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich said that imagination is the workshop of the mind. And get this, if you can imagine it, you can have it. If you couldn't have it, it would never enter your mind. You would never imagine it. Okay, so just know, because this is how it works. This is how your mind works. This is how the universe works. If you can imagine it, you can have it. Now, it took me quite a while to believe that. And then I started to apply the principles. This is even before I worked with Bob Proctor, is that I looked at my life and I looked at what was going on. And when I watch the movie The Secret, I started to apply those principles, and that changed my life. But I had to imagine it, like manifesting people. They just show up. But I imagined it. Okay. Memory, everybody has a perfect memory. It's just weak memories and strong memories. Okay. We are programmed to remember the bad things, what went wrong. I know for me, I was not programmed. So we get to program it. So memory also, when you start to do this work and you start to really dig into who you are, you remember who you are when you arrived on the planet, pure energy. You had some programming, some DNA programming, but we were pure energy until the environment got a hold of us. Okay, and intuition's our ability to pick up the energy of others. Okay, so you know how you say, let's say I was about to do that. I don't have a good feeling about that, right? Or there's something about how I have a good feeling, hey, I think we should do this. I just feel it, right? It's a feeling. It's your ability to pick up the energy of others. Reason is your ability to think. Okay, we're the only creatures on the planet that we know of that can do this. We have the ability to think, and we're not taught how to think. Thinking is creating the images of what you want is thinking. How do you want it to be? Thinking. When you're in situations, how do you want it to be? You think. So there's action, there's reaction and respond. And when you're responding, you're thinking. Okay. So you're responding. You're not like reacting. You're not thinking. So just remember that part. So we're taught reason is our ability to think. Now, when we master these perception, our intellectual mental muscles here, okay, we can change the paradigm to anything we want. it's pretty amazing because animals can't do that, but we have the power to change. We can change, and this is how you do it. All right, this is an example. We think in pictures, so this is important. So this is you today, and this is you as an infant, okay? So today we have all this radio, newspapers, social media, everything, all this information going into our into our conscious mind, okay? And how we have the ability to think, and how do we think? It's based on our programming. How are you programmed? So here you are as an infant, okay? As an infant, our conscious mind's not developed yet, okay? Now, I grew up in an alcoholic family. So all of this stuff that was going on was going right into my subconscious mind. Everything this goes on between the ages of 0 and 10. So all of the stuff that was going on, people talking, teachers, everything was going right into your subconscious mind because the conscious mind wasn't developed. So here we are, okay? And also, this is what were they saying? What were the conversations about you? Like your self-image is formed here, okay? I know for me, I was, oh my God, I was put down. You can't do that. You're just not well. Why don't you be like so-and-so? I used to get, I was pounded, man. Even as an adult, pounded. It's just like, and they say, when I got sober, it was just like really people, they were trying to sabotage my sobriety, my own family, really. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So you need to pay attention to who's around you, your environment, because our environment has everything to do with who we are, more than heredity. So all this information is going right into your subconscious mind, and that creates your self-image. So your self-image is created by other people. So you want to take a look at, most people don't know that we have an image of ourselves in our subconscious mind. Okay, and we can change it. Improve your self-image, and you improve your life. Now, I know I'm improving my self-image. I improved it when I got sober. I improved it when I became a competitive bodybuilder, and now I'm going bigger and better. And I'm changing my self-image to match what it is I want and the person I really want to be. And you can do that too. So that's where the paradigms form. Paradigms, a multitude of habits stored in your subconscious mind, put there by other people. So it's not your fault. Okay, whatever it is, it's not your fault. But the thing is that you can change it, and it's our responsibility to change it. All right, so you want to believe. All right, everything's possible for him who believes. Okay, so you have to believe it's possible, or it's not going to work. So it takes a repetition. Okay, repetition of that. So let me see if I covered most things. Yes, so that is how your mind works. I want to go over this. Okay, so we have the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, and ignorance and knowledge. If you're thinking in the negative pole, we have worry, doubt, and fear. The worries in the conscious mind produces the fear in the subconscious mind. You have the anxiety, suppressed depression, disease, and disintegration. Okay. Now the knowledge, you want to get knowledge, pick the positive. You study. How do you get it? Understanding. How do you get understanding? Through study. And then faith. You have faith is the emotional part. So you're going to just knowledge. You get that from studying, then you have an understanding. The understanding, you'll have the faith in the subconscious mind, the feeling, and that in your body, it's expressed as well-being, and you're at ease, and you create. So it's your choice. So faith and fear both demand that you believe in something you cannot see, and it's your choice. So that's how your mind works. Okay, so I hope that you have gained some things. So just realize you are programmed to do what you do by your paradigm. Have a goal, a C-type goal. You do that by a shopping list, and then you find out the habits that take you away from your goal and start to change that. I would love to talk to you about your goals and where you want to go in with your life. You can set up a call, let's have a conversation. I would love to talk to you. All right, well, have a great day, and I'll see you soon.